Alright, we live.
Hello,
We
hello,
live.
hello. What's up, everybody? It's me, Too Dank, and this is Mason.
Hello, hello.
And similar to last week, there's a missing member. Danny is also known as Still Electric. He's currently pooping. He'll be with us momentarily. Because that sounds better than we're in his house without him.
So far, so good. So far, so good. Can't complain, honestly.
Ignore the glare behind us. We did our best. There was only one blanket. There's also an effect here. He's in the back. He's going to be throwing out ad-libs from now and then.
Bills.
There's the first one.
Let's go, Bills. Bills looking good this year.
Besides that, how's everybody doing? I hope people are enjoying the new Tekken patch. We have a couple of matches to review. Where was it? Want to pull that up real quick?
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Hold on, let me.
Shout out Danny B Films. It's his birthday today. Any day Heihachi gets buffed, it's your birthday.
That's actually wild.
It just doesn't happen enough. So this first match we got coming up, I don't even think he's here yet, but we'll just tell him to watch the VOD otherwise. We're watching Social Worker, also known as MQ. He's versing Still Electric. How do you submit? There's a Google Sheet in the Facebook or in the Discord if you want to check that out. I could also link it to you in the chat. 1 second. Well, after this. No, I'm not going to do it.
Join the damn Discord. Come on.
Yeah, if you're in the Discord, the new BostonTekken one that he made, you can go to on the left. There's a channel that says Thursday the Electric Digest, and there's a Google Sheet in there that you can manually update. If you get it in and we have time, we'll do it today.
Yeah.
It's electric.
What's up, Zach? How you doing, brother? All right, rewind this. We're gonna talk shit about how MQ plays because he's pretty ratchet.
I forgot what his comment was. I think his comment was just like.
Did he have a comment?
It was like, how do we both improve? It was like something like really generic.
Oh wow,
and like really
he's
cheesy.
not that nice or humble, you know.
Yeah.
So he gets hit by a up forward 3, and the first thing he does is power crush. I like it. I just don't know why he did that, but I mean, it fits your playstyle because you like to go for the hard read first instead of the safe reads first. See, like, even right there again, right? Like, he went for the wall standing 4, and even though, yeah, Anna has, like, cheesy tricks afterwards, like, you tried doing the high crush, it's not, like, you want to take those risks when you know that, you already know he's going to do something that's going to lose to that, right? Or you have baited him into doing that. Just doing it is fine, because, like, you know, it's the first time you tried it, so, no, you know, you're still getting a feel for him and seeing how he's going to react, but this is the result of, like, just trying shit without having any data. You, like, kind of get punished for it right away. And if it's like a tournament or a serious match or something, you don't want to start off losing. You want to start off safe. So back 4. I like that you dash up afterwards so that you can make sure that the poke hits. It's also safe knowing that like he's -8 or 9, so you know he's gonna block.
Oh, I like the high crush.
What's he gonna do here?
Okay.
Nice block.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That was a good bait. The way you like turned around crouching, so it made it look like you did something.
Well, we all know MQ pressed the button.
I 100% expected him to just turn around and do full crouch down 4-2. 100%.
Back turn snake edge.
Oh, you just want to show off your skills and win? Yeah, that's the thing. We don't do no flex matches. Just like on Bronson's stream, I'll call it out.
Matches.
No flexing. Only scrub footage around here, because it's the most entertaining.
Ooh.
So he dropped the combo.
And does a full
that's what
does
it's
a full crouch and walks up to him for I think a full second.
Yeah, so you block an electric and do a hop kick, and that's fine because you knew he was doing electrics on block and then dashing up, and you knew he was going to do something else, and you got counter hit for it. But then you dropped the combo, went for a fake 50-50, and then you got launched.
And by the way, he didn't take the 50-50, which is the problem.
Yeah, he didn't commit to it right away, which is interesting, right? Because before he was committing to the stuff right away without any data, and then when he had some data, he was like not confident.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, wait a minute.
that stuff was all double gen.
Yeah.
Let me see how you got that. Let me see if that was just some hoe shit.
Mashing some threes.
That definitely was some hoe shit, because
Yeah.
like Danny was just like, "Oh, I'm scared," and you're like, "I'm gonna do this.
I'm finna
I'm
snake
finna
edge.
do this." But it worked out in your favor. That's something like at that range, versus Anna, anyone should be aware of. You know.
Yeah.
He could have walked. He could have blocked on reaction. Blocking on reaction is more difficult. But even at that range, like walking for him is pretty safe.
Yeah.
You know.
What were you gonna walk that for us? Who
Either
don't know?
range,
Okay.
either one, because at that range, because she's
doesn't
very
matter.
linear. But left, you're gonna have a better time making other moves
Like
with
other-
too.
Yeah. Okay. I like the full crouch.
Oh wow.
I like
Must
that
have-
waiting.
I think yeah, maybe press the button. 'Cause
Yeah,
that
Devil
low-
Jin waiting there. That was pretty much him just playing. Every time you could have mixed him up, he was just playing the safer option in terms of risk versus reward.
Yeah.
So like right here, the hop kick, right? He didn't mash back because you didn't finish it, which means you had it's not punishable. And he also knew you could have done some fuck shit afterwards, so he kept blocking. So he's just literally playing the safe option in all the risk versus reward. He crushes the low, he sees you're gonna block and he hell sweeps. And over here he knows it's gonna take a lot more pokes than that for you to kill him on the ground, and he just needs the one get up kick and he gets it.
Isn't that like low parry though? That
Yeah.
that stance.
Well, she pressed right away, and
Yeah.
and of course MQ's not gonna wait. He's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah. I figured as much, but I just wanted to make sure that was the
a nice combo.
To the wall.
wall.
Yeah, that
Break
move
it?
has ridiculous wall carry. Not breaking it's fine because he was at so much scaling, but then he gets this and that just ends the match.
Yeah.
That was really good, confirming that at the end.
Low-key kind of a flex.
Yeah, I mean, you did everything that you needed to do right. I just think the risk calculation on your end is pretty bad because you're going in, miss the sidewall Loki. Yeah, I think he did all right in the end. It still worked out for him. I think your problem there, the things you did right were smart. The things you did wrong was like, you didn't calculate risk versus reward very well. I feel like that match could have easily gone the other way for the same reasons that it went right. Because like it for the most part was a lot of coin tossing, and at that point where you don't really have any data, I mean, you guys could have been playing a bunch of sets and I wouldn't know it, right? But I'm gonna have to assume assume that this is like the first match in a tournament. That could have gone either way, and you could have gone down 0-1, going and and now it's on your end to adapt to him, right? Because he's the guy in the lead. So I would do more. Casino needs large expected values. Yes, it's true. Definitely true. And if you're going to play casino style, you need to do things that are going to condition the opponent into making it work, as opposed to just raw guessing.
I'm gonna say one move that I don't see a lot of Anna's use actually is the Chaos Judgment 1+2.
Yeah, that's the mid slaps, right? Yeah, so he's talking. Effect was saying he doesn't see enough Anna's using the Cat Judgment 1+2, which is a safe mid, I think, tracking option as well, right?
Yep.
It tracks, so like stuff like that is good, even though it's not a frame trap, right? That move is used for other things. Like this, the whole point of Tekken is that like there's give and take. You can't just fucking do whatever you want all the time. You got to do shit you don't want to do all the time. And even though it's not like a hard mix-up tool, it's like an important tool to get them to do what you want to do, right? Then when you do the shit you don't want to do, then you get to do the shit you want to do. Casino conditioning is like a halfway point to brawling. He's not wrong. I mean, a big part of it too is like it's like you're a brawler, and then the next second you're not, right? That's a big part of why the casino is able to work. Because they get the opponent gets hesitant, or they try to match your brawling, your level of brawling. But we have another match from MQ with same player still electric, but it's two different characters, Lily and Zafina. I actually know less about them, so I might not have better advice. So I'm gonna be talking even more general
See a lot of
Tekken.
lilies though now in season 4.
Yeah, and this is also probably not going to be as helpful, right? The advice is going to be different. So let's go back. I saw a lot of poking. So Lily, in my experience, Namco wants her to be a very heavy mix-up character. I think she's probably best suited as like a movement and poking character. Very good at zoning too. I think right now you're getting eaten the hell up by a lot of that is like you literally can't even help it, right? Like it's her taking small pokes to guess, and she keeps on getting the reward to keep going, you know?
Yeah.
Safina's kind of good like that. But in your case, what you could have done is like you didn't need to sidestep and mash. You didn't need to sidestep after
Yeah.
that. It's 2+ for you to try that. And if you didn't, and this here too, when you got hit by that, I think it's Mantis 4 or Scare. I don't know. Tarantula 4.
Yeah.
Mantis down 4-4.
Mantis down 4-4.
That's-
So
that's
that
tracking
mid
added tracking mid.
Yeah.
Actually.
should have been at least step. Like you did step it, right? Well, you did step. You should have been able to at least block it afterwards. If that, like, if you're gonna commit to stepping, you have to cover yourself afterwards. But yeah, just block. Could block was the whole point. Literally just block. Because like the only thing you would have gotten hit by was a single low. Right. Like, you shouldn't have gotten hit by this sidestep. That when you sidestep there, you shouldn't have gotten hit. So that's 20 damage you would have taken, 20 more damage. So you would have only taken like 40 damage as opposed to like almost 100 now. Blocking is risk-free. Stepping is an action that has consequence. Mashing is an action that has consequence. Blocking is fucking risk-free. Nice Oki.
Yeah,
that Oki was really smart, especially how you waited to see what he was going to do, and then it betrayed his reaction. Yeah, this wait, too, the reason I like this wait is not just because it fucked up his timing, it also beats Fuzzy Guard, right?
Oof.
So that's really good.
Yeah. There's this young gun saying you have to low parry down 3.
Have to low parry down 3 on reaction. I mean, honestly, yeah, it's those small pokes like that, especially if you're talking like about a very conservative Zafina player, right? That's probably the biggest risk they're going to take. So you need to low parry that and make it so that she has consequence for it. And that means the next time she uses it, she's either going to think differently, hesitate, or try to use that move differently altogether. And if you're forcing them to use a move differently, you can expect how they're going to use it and try to counter it then, right? That's when you get in somebody's head. That's the beginning of conditioning. So, but it's hard to say don't let Zafina get away with this or that. She's a pretty tricky character to defend against, I think. A lot of her lows and stuff are just barely reactable.
Blocks and steps.
Nice sidestep, good launch punish. Yeah, that's a good option. Sidestepping there at that option from after that Scarecrow setup is always a good option, especially as Lily.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the corner too. Ooh.
Yeah, after down 4, you don't necessarily have to mix because you did generic down 4 over here, and then you did wall standing 4, and that's really only good if the opponent is trying to mash like their mid poke, right? Because you're trying to either force a trade or hope it's faster than that. But in this case, you're forcing not just still electric, but he's using Zafina, so like his options for stepping are going to be easier. There's going to be more moves he can step. And he's not exactly put at that position at the wall where he's not even allowed to step, right? Usually that's when you want to do something like this, when their option to step has been eliminated to begin with. And you also didn't really set up any conditioning either. He could have launched you for this instead of doing the 1-4. But with Zafina, doing 1-4 has so much reward.
Yeah, I like the homing there.
Nice. Very nice patience there, and nice choice of moves.
Let's see. Okay.
Yeah, I think your best thing here in this match compared to the other match is your decision making, for sure. Especially considering the matchup, except for some small things about the matchup. But it's like that stuff you'll just learn through playing too.
Yeah. Ooh. That's spooky. Yeah.
Yo, very nice sidestep. Yeah, both of you guys are doing very good stuff to counter each other. And that's where the beginning of the conditioning happens. You have to you have to prove that stuff to each other, that you're even capable of doing it to begin with, and then you will do it. Then it becomes how long are you willing to do that stuff for? What are you willing to adapt to? That sidestep was really good. I want to go back and see what happened.
Sidestep into up forward 3. You're dodging everything.
Yeah, I mean, it's always very good. See, MQ is always the type of person to just sidestep at hop kick anyway. But when you move like that, when you backdash off of pressure and when you sidestep out of pressure, you're doing it with the intent that it's going to make something whiff. So you should be ready to whiff punish like he was.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, big.
Not seeing enough low footsie out of Lily. I've noticed he's always not really a fan of that. He's more a fan of the pressure that like kind of gets yourself into trouble, like doing the safe mid pokes and hoping you're gonna duck them and stuff. But I mean, yeah, you're right. See, more low footsies, especially using them at tip range, is good. Yeah. Forces the opponent to do something. Because I mean, if you can use mids all day, but what if the opponent is aware that you're not willing to take the low? You're too scared of that risk.
It only makes it more obvious.
Yep.
When you actually want to use a low.
Nice combo.
Yep. Back into the neutral. Randomly whiffs a mid counter hit.
Big mid.
Yeah, and then he does it again. There's nothing setting up that mid. You're just kind of doing it. You can tell it's just a move. You're like, I should use this instead of like setting up the option for it to work. Yeah, at the end here, this is you kind of just doing what you want to do, and this is what I think is probably your biggest problem, dude. Because like you're a good player, but you just don't want to do that shit you don't want to do in Tekken. You know?
How's that comeback?
And the comeback is easily feasible here.
Yeah, I feel like one good hop kick and you could
easily
get wall.
Or even if Rage Drive had hit naturally, it would have killed as well. So, I mean, yeah, I think your decision-making in the first match was really good. You're not even here, so I hope you just go back into the VOD and watch it later. I'll tell you personally, go back to the VOD and watch it. But I've been acting like you're here. You're here in my heart, MQ. You're here on my screen, disgracing my eyes.
Yeah, MQ's always lurking. That dude stayed lurking.
Yeah, I think biggest thing is don't be afraid to take. You're not afraid to take risks that don't really have the best reward. They just do shit that like gets in your opponent's head, right? And on top of the fact that you don't really even like set up any conditioning for that stuff to work. I think that's probably your biggest flaw. On top of not doing the shit you don't want to do. You got to do the shit you don't want to do. The biggest one is block. You got to block.
That's rough. In
it is rough. And yeah, MQ's not even here. MQ's not even here, but we're gonna he's gonna watch the VOD later. Don't worry.
Let's hope.
Down 3.
Yeah, down 3. This is really good.
What's down 3? What's the down 3 for Lily?
Oh, I mean, I have an easy way for us to figure that out if you want to just go ahead and switch scenes.
Hold on. I'll get there. Oh, shit. I have to, like...
Transition.
Yeah, I have to transition.
And then hide that. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Oh, no, wrong one. Hold
All right, now you can pick up my stick. Not the stick chat's thinking about. Oh, you didn't hit transition again.
Oh my god. Oh, I see.
First time Twitch streamer here.
Yeah.
J. Cole's going to teach you how to throw break. He's going to teach me how to wash my body. Just kidding. He's not good at that either.
Who?
So he's going to pick Lily. And what was the question? You're going to what is down 3?
What is
the
Lily?
philosophical question of the day? What is Lily's down 3?
What do be Lily do though?
Guys, come on.
What do be like Lily?
I know, I just don't want to explain it. I want to show it. The fuck? Everyone knows it's the best way to learn.
We're trying to flex cool stream quality, you know?
Yeah. And then he's going to hit down 3. He's going to that's not... There you go.
So
there you go.
What's the change?
So on counter hit, it is +5 now, and it does a little animation.
Nice, dude.
got him?
This
We
guy's a
got him?
professional Tekken player.
Oh, I see.
Oh, and then the other low that Ling Massacre was recommending was down back 3+4. I forget which low that is too. Oh, the fucking.
Is that? No, I think that's that guy. That guy.
I was about to say that's down back 3.
No one uses that.
Yeah, especially because of the animation. Do it again. Down back 3+4.
Oh my god. How do I press? Yo, dude,
This is you guys are personally seeing firsthand the curse of a man who needs binds to hit double button.
Yeah, this is what happens. I did it for like a week, bro, and now I can't go back.
Put this man in an arcade cabinet for like a
You're
month.
done. You're done.
You actually get a follow-up, I believe, with standing 3, while standing 3 after.
Jesus is this man on pad. No, he's on arcade stick.
Oh my-
He's on arcade stick. On top of the fact that he uses arcade stick, he just plays with button
these
binds
buttons
for
weird.
like
These
2+4 and
buttons
3+4.
These
This
buttons
is not a
weird.
representation of the Boston Tekken scene. You are witnessing it firsthand.
Loving-
Don't you
loving
actually?
the- loving
Are you
the
trying
chat
to
support.
betray people and what their eyes are seeing?
This is what Boston looks like. This is peak performance. Peak.
So anyway, yeah. I think that low is very good because the animation's kind of ambiguous. It looks like she's winding up for some kind of a mid attack and then she goes low. I like it.
That's what that is.
This man's 0 out of 10 for down. He's more like 1 out of 10. Give him a fucking break, dude.
Just a new stick, and I'm just trying to get used to it.
All right. Anyway, for our next match that we're going to review, I think it's another person that's not here. Is this move a just frame? No, only when Mason's playing.
I know how to make it. I'm doing a special input.
All right. So you can hide the game capture and then do the display. No.
Oh, I always do that.
You're bad at this thing, dude. Come on. Yup.
There we go. We got it.
Yup. There you go. You think MQ is right about Lily being a shittier Brian? I think MQ is wrong about so many things. He just...
A shittier Brian?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Hell no. Like Brian has
does.
timing mix-ups that completely shit on hers.
Yeah, literally.
And he also has like 5 more mids that she would love to have.
Like a down 4-1.
Yeah,
She works.
a down 4-1 that works. Dude, his are not even 13 frames,
No.
and it's like he's happy with
Paris
it.
just has a lower hitbox now, but like
I don't know.
Brian's is way better.
I really don't know, dude. I don't know what's gonna make Lily players happy.
I
But-
mean, they seem happy right now. I mean,
Not MQ.
When has MQ's never been? Happy
But that's the thing,
in
right?
his
Is like you
entire
see
life.
these ones on Twitter. How long is that gonna last? How long until they're like, "Shh, Lily? But anyway,
What is it? Oh, yeah.
let's go with the
Sorry.
ad.
we gotta watch this ad real quick. We're not gonna make you watch it because we're not getting fucking paid
No.
for it. So is Leo God mode or not? I haven't seen shit, but I like the stuff that I did see. People are going ham about her forward 4 being a counter hit launcher, but you have to commit to the high.
I was gonna say, yeah. It's kind of like you're doing back one on counter from season 1.
Yeah, anytime I see those nosebleed kind of stuns, I'm like, oh, that's cool. But then you have to see, like, what is the thing afterwards? Because, like, if there's no confirm, you have to just do that.
Yeah.
That sucks.
And if you fuck it up too, you press 2 on an accident, then,
Yeah.
you know, I could just duck you.
They buffed her 4/4 too. Yeah, her Death Fist is safe. I saw it. That's crazy. Having a safe mid poke like that is really fucking scary, especially when there's a wall behind you. Is it able to be stepped?
Oh, yeah.
All right, cool. But she can probably realign by
Yeah,
holding
it's
4/4
The
too.
longer you
Yeah.
hold it, the more homing that she's gonna have.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it's like Jack's 4-4-1 now.
Yeah. That's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. Anyway, so the ad's over. We don't get paid for that one, so we
Yeah,
weren't going to
we're
make you
not
guys
showing
watching it. What is going on here? Oh, yeah. Hail Marry Me.
So I.
He's not here either.
Yeah,
But he was
I
on.
think he's at a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament.
Dude, let's fucking go.
I
Dude,
was talking to him the other.
let's fucking
other
go.
day. Yeah,
Hey,
he's-
keep
he's
it down in there. Change my. That's my government name. Don't say that. All right. So Hail Marry Me. Claudio player that he's played before. He played before.
He
in
plays
Brightside,
me.
right?
I don't think he played on this before, but he plays me
I
a
think
lot
it was
on
last
my-
season, but I know
Maybe it
I
was
remember.
last season.
I remember he's played on your stream a lot.
Yeah.
For a while now.
And
But he's a Claudio main. He's also
he's
a
funny.
certified Tekken enjoyer, actually.
Yeah.
You will see from the gameplay here, it appears the 2 matches he has decided to upload for us are going to be the last 2 from this first to 5, I believe, right? Because he
Yeah.
wins 1, then loses the last
Yeah.
game, right?
Yeah.
So, little pretense, I guess. This dude fucking likes hop kicking, man. I mean, you could have assumed that because he picked
He does
fucking
play
Claudio. But it was an entertaining match for the most part. Oh, I gotta ask right off
Yeah.
the bat, because of the gameplay, and you would probably know this better.
Yeah.
Is this a mad serious review that I'm doing?
It could be okay. The thing. Let me tell you about this guy. Let me tell you about Vasquez here. Let me go into the history, right? The thing about this dude is like if you tell him like, hey man, you should do like I know like hop kicks like tight and all, but you should like change your strategy and be like, oh okay, and then like that's it. That's all he
That's
does.
it,
He gets
okay.
up forward 4.
So I know what I need to do here then. So this man, this certified Tekken enjoyer is going to be someone I will use as an example. Now, me being a certified Tekken nerd, I understand that being a nerd is not always the fucking most fun thing to do. Training mode is not the most fun thing to do, especially if you don't have some kind of like guidance, right? Like I'm going to training mode to practice this today. If you don't have that shit, like something to tell you what to do or even some kind of self-motivation to do that, it's fucking just boring and it's a waste of time. And most people want to just get into the matches, they want to press buttons, they want to learn naturally. That's 100% fine, man. Most people are casual as shit at this game. What I want to do is I want to make it so that the learning process isn't that fucking hard for you naturally because it shouldn't be. This game is not that fucking hard.
no.
Yes,
I-
it is. Come
It's
on.
not that fucking hard,
This
bro.
game's hard.
This game's not that hard.
Clockwork.
This game's,
This game's
I can go
free.
online and lose to some shitty blue ring right now.
Yeah, and you can just as effectively as he's just running his own shit, you can do the same. Here's the key. The key is like having just basic fundamentals and just like, because if you know the game and how it operates on a basic fucking level, your muscles will just you're just naturally gonna figure shit out on your own.
Yeah.
And you want to learn it in a way that's gonna make it so that like the random bullshit doesn't give you as much of a harder time, you know? Or like if you do come up with something like that, you're able to do something on your own about it, right? Because the key is like, honestly, you could figure out that like holding block and doing nothing is literally going to get you to beat 65 to 75% of the player base. And then the rest of the player base, like 20 to 25 is going to be like you just fucking learn your basic mix-ups.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last 5% is learning how to switch it all up. You know? I don't think you should worry too hard about learning how to play Tekken when your main goal is just wanting to play Tekken, right? Especially some people don't have all the fucking time in the world to be practicing. They have an hour a day and they want to hop kick like a Claudio player. So,
That's church.
Moving forward, I'm going to review this with that in mind. We're going to teach you about little small things you can do to change your fundamental Tekken gameplay, and you don't have to practice that hard or think that hard to change it. And you're going to see a lot of reward from it. I think there's players you can also look at that naturally do that very well. We have Chilliams in our group that's very much like that. The dude doesn't lab, and it shows for it. He's one of those guys you're like, oh shit, he's got like 20,000 matches as king. What the fuck?
Yeah.
You know, like
That's
every king player, yeah. But
we got a resident king player here with us.
Every that plays every character.
But-
But
but that's kind of like that's what you can expect from a guy like that is like they're like warriors. That's what I call them. They've literally just been put into the arena and they walked out alive.
Yeah.
They literally walked into the gladiators arena and they walked out alive, you know. That's what happened. Those guys are warriors.
They keep
And you know, they learn by getting their ass beat over and over again.
God bless them.
So I like your poking. I think the funniest thing about this match was that neither player knew anything about how to like do the anti-matchup. So they were just like consistently battling over like who can do what they want the most.
Yeah.
Sidestepping involved, just back and forth.
Exactly, right? Like in this whole last 15 seconds right here, both you guys were doing a shit ton of linear moves that would have been stepped, right? Or in that one would have been punished. That one would have been punished. Right, another one that should have been punished.
I think that one too.
Yeah, and it's like a big part of the reason you didn't die is simply because he didn't kill you. Like, and there's nothing wrong with you wanting to the timing of these pokes. There's nothing wrong with that at all. It's legit just the move choice. You need to use more jab, right? Because you right there using 1-1, that's fabulous. 1-1 is, especially at the time that you use it. 1-1 is one of Claudio's best pokes. It's simple. It's his fastest poke. It's gonna stop tracking and stop stepping.
Yeah.
And that's incredible. And it's also it's not that heavy of a risk, you know.
That and back three.
Yes, back three is also very good. And in these right here when you're poking with these mids, like I was saying, the timing's not bad. It's just the move choice is awful, right? Like. You should have been using jabs. Should have been using down forward ones and down threes and stuff. Someone's walking in. We might get shot. Hold up. Oh shit! Who is this? Is it time? It's time. Hold up. Man. Watch the monitor, yo. What's up, bro?
Can we get the webcam on this guy? Hold on.
Shit.
This guy's walking in here. Look at this guy. Full bike getup. Unbelievable.
What's up, bro?
Holding it down, yo.
Yeah, dude.
Thank you for holding it down. Good to see y'all.
What's up?
The electric bill does not pay itself.
Yeah.
Bills are due.
That's why I don't know. But
Are we?
Dark, y'all bright
Well,
now?
no. We actually had to like cover that
'Cause it was too
because it
bright.
was way too bright. But I think the sun moved, so we'll
Yeah.
work. We'll adapt. We'll adapt.
All right. Well, I'm just saying, you know, if y'all ever want to brighten up this camera, I'll show you how.
Ooh.
But I don't want to interrupt the show.
No, yeah, we're fine for now.
Y'all
We're gonna
acting like
we're
he's
gonna
not
get
a
this
co-host.
done, and then we're probably just gonna either play or look. Yeah.
Did y'all do Marquise yet?
Yeah, we did. We were judging the shit. We were like, holy shit, how did you even lose to this guy? He's garbage.
This
Yeah,
guy's
he wanted to make sure to show the one that I lost.
Yeah. The one game.
They all do.
Yo, we call that a flex match.
That's a flex.
Yeah, that's a flex match.
He's been talking about that one to show for a long time. This
One match? Y'all see this one match?
Yeah.
That's too
All right, back
funny.
to
That's too funny.
back to the true Tekken enjoyer. So you lost that match for the reason that we said. You got a nice down forward 2 counter hit here. I think down forward 2 is one of those actually good moves to choose to use because it has so much reward for Claudio, and it also has not that heavy of a risk. It's almost a necessary move for him too if people keep mashing on your plus frames and stuff.
I think I was talking to him about it in this match specifically, and he saw, he was like, oh, well, Guitaro's not really punished. I think it's -10.
It's minus
And
12 or
minus
11
12?
or
Oh, my
something like
bad.
that. But yeah, still,
but
even then, even then,
Guitaro
right?
wasn't
Like,
punishing it properly. Like even there, the down four 1-2. So I
yeah,
think
and
that's why.
and he can launch that. He can down forward
Yeah,
too. Yeah.
yeah.
So I mean, that's gonna be the whole like theme of this entire set, which was the opponent doesn't know what I'm doing, so I'm gonna keep doing what I want to do, and that's fine. I'm gonna show you that doing the shit you don't want to do is how you get to do the shit you do want to do, right? And in this case, it would be blocking. Blocking more is gonna help you so much. Like, you don't have to react to all the lows either. A lot of lows you can just fucking let them go. Especially if they're just unreactable or they require your like heavy focus for you to react. Just think about it like chip damage in Street Fighter V or something, or any other fucking 2D game.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said Street Fighter V.
Specifically,
Fuck that game's chip. No.
Yeah. That game doesn't even have chip KOs. Out of all the Street Fighters you can pick. at the moment.
Oh, howdy. What's up, Hot Like Fire?
Foxman? I'm just kidding.
Fire.
Let's get some friendlies after this.
Yeah, you gotta get the
I'll
friendlies.
stop.
No
I'll
dittos.
stop.
No dittos.
No dittos. FD only.
Oh shit! Nice combo. Goes for the crouch dash 3 combo. Goes for the Oki. So this right here, I can also tell you,
Yeah.
this is one of those things that I can tell you don't need to fucking learn, right? But it's like, all right, how do I put this? It's like I want you to not think so much about learning every fucking character in the game, but this is like one of those things where you got hit here straight up because it's not something you know about the character. If you tech roll right, which is tech rolling with kicks instead of punches, you would have avoided that move. But because you tech roll left, you wake up into it, and it's actually guaranteed.
I
So,
actually did not know that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was
I
like,
actually did not know that.
I
Yeah.
learned something. I learned something today.
oh, this move after Hwoarang does this combo, they always do. I think it's forward 3.
Yeah, yep.
4-4-3.
And
Sometimes
if you
that's guaranteed.
if you tech roll right, I'll fucking show it in the game. I don't know how to play Hwoarang though, but you can, if you tech roll with kicks, you can avoid that, or you at least block it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Sweet. That's
Hell
good.
yeah.
See, you learn something every day.
Right?
So what did he do afterwards to get this reward? He blocks the. So that right there would have been a fucking beautiful whiff punish,
Yeah.
because and then you get one anyway. So he gets the wall combo, gets the guaranteed Oki afterwards. He does the tracking mid. That was very safe for him, right?
Mhm.
A big part of what makes this work for Guitaru is that he's playing super safe, and he's just kind of feeling you out and seeing what you want to do. On top of being like, on top of understanding that you're not going to punish a lot of the stuff that isn't safe anyway. But it's like mentally, it's always good to keep that safe option, and it like that's literally like your tool to keep them in check. The safe shit. Especially if he's already got a read that you're kind of going to do whatever the fuck you want, you know? So, but right there, he whiffed that down 3, or down back 3, I think it is, and you could have killed him, but then you killed him for dash blocking instead. So, kind of ugly, gets it anyway.
I would have saved that rage.
I would have saved the
Yeah.
rage too. That's kind of like some high-level decision making. It's something that doesn't really matter early on, but in this moment, right, it's right here where you would decide, okay, hold up, not right here.
So the thing about it was you had the wall. If you had did the back 4-2,
Yeah.
you would have immediately got to the wall.
Yeah.
3+4, and then he's stuck in open.
Yeah, so right here, you could have decided to... You have the decision to make, and it's like, it's honestly something you only really decide after you've been in the situation a lot,
Mhm.
you know? Exactly, like how like Fi said, when to spend your resources. In this moment, you had to be aware, okay, the wall's not that far. What are my moves to get to the wall there? Should I or should I not use my rage now or later, right? Or should I do the wall combo and even then still save the rage? When you use the resources, it's just such a difficult thing to figure out. I think in this case, you can look at your health and you can figure something out immediately, being no matter what I do, he's not going to die, right? So you can either think to yourself, should I do a combo that does max damage and then take simple Oki, like just because I'm going to have the life lead or similar life? Should I take the rage and get big Oki, like whether it's open stage or at the wall? Or should I not even use my rage and just go for like a super Oki setup, right? Like get him to the wall and spike him down. This is stuff that is like, you don't even know how to make that decision until you've done it. You've been in it 100 times and you know, like, all right, I'm gonna do this. It's kind of difficult. It's something that comes with more playing.
So I'll say my solution. So my solution is the wall's right there.
Yeah.
Right. Claudio's back 4-2, has good decent carry.
Yep.
That would have actually gone to the wall.
Yep.
I'm gonna take him to the wall. I actually would have got the wall splat, run up 3+4, and that causes Oki.
Yeah.
Right. Now I can use back 3 and just kind of tag him and see if he's gonna walk or not.
Yeah.
And then spend the reach.
Yeah, that's usually what I like to do. If we're talking like most optimal, it's gonna be like a balance of everything, right?
Yeah.
And it's like Effect was saying, get him to the wall, like get the most guaranteed damage possible, while also putting yourself in a scenario that gives you pretty good Oki, right? Because you're in a situation where you would both be in a situation where the next guess is gonna kill, and when you're in a position like that in Tekken, that's when your decision making matters the most. And that's why most people die to something as simple as a down forward 1 at the end, because they're deathly afraid of the low that's going to kill them.
And,
you know.
And then knowing that, and from experience from playing Jotaro, he likes to back 1 a lot.
Yeah.
So I would use that against him because he's back to the wall. He's gonna try to get away from me as quick as possible.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna do like a back 3 and it's just pause.
Yeah, that's stuff like in this case, right? We usually when we get the match review, it's like the first match, or we can't tell. But in this case, we can see it's a set where it's been 4 games already. You can have an idea of what your opponent's gonna want to do, right? And I don't remember exactly what his habits were, but it's like Effect was saying, a lot of Hwoarangs are gonna have
like the panic
a
moves.
reliance on back 1 because it's a good panic move. It's going to get them out of the Oki situation when they don't want to deal with it, right? Because sometimes guessing between high, mid, or low is people don't want to deal with it, and sometimes using that panic option is something to make them think about, right? Because in this case, the wall is a resource. You restrict his options to defend when he's against the wall. Saving rage would have made more things for the opponent to think about. 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, I mean, it's really super situationally dependent, but I think the best, it's like you said, it's like trying to find the optimal balance between everything, right? Getting as much guaranteed damage as possible while still having more options afterwards, But that's fine. That's enough about resource management. So you get the Rage Art. It's not going to kill. You're going to have Oki, but not good Oki. Like, nothing's guaranteed.
Yeah.
You don't take anything. You could have ran up in his face, and because this is the bad thing, right? You gave up the wall. In Tekken, this is a simple thing you're gonna learn from me, and you're never gonna stop using it, and it's gonna level you up like crazy. Do not give up the wall. Never. Stay at that. You can be at this range that you're at, right?
Yeah.
And just go back forward, back forward, back forward, or even better, move with them, right? Because you have to understand, to your left or to your opponent's right is another wall. So you know where he's going to go. He's going to step left, so you step right with him. Always maintain that back to the wall, because that's where you are in a good position. You don't want to give away your good position. It's like being on top of a hill with a sniper, and you go down to get a better shot where he can see you. You don't do that, You stay in a position that is superior for the tools that you have for the job.
And you have running tools that work as well, which is
Yeah.
running 2 or running
Yep,
4.
running 2. Exactly. At this range that you have, you could have gone closer too. Like, you could have ran up like 2 character spaces and just stopped. And what that effectively would have done was made it so that if Hwoarang presses anything, you whiff punish it. If Hwoarang doesn't press anything, he's probably going to get scared and either stand block or try to walk away from the wall. And you, as the person who has the offense, like, you were the one who has the advantage here, you are able to react to his responses. Whatever he does, you do something to keep that pressure of yours going. In this case, he walks, so I would have walked with him to the right and then done running 2. Because you get right in his face and you're plus. And he has to and he's not going to expect that, right? Or at least he shouldn't. And if he does expect it, he's going to raw duck. And if he raw ducks, there's so many other things that are going to kill him. So
Yeah, because especially like a running 4 at the wall, if he ducks that,
Yeah.
it's super open.
running
up.
4 is going to wall splat, and that would have killed it at this health. Because like I was saying, at this health, the risk versus reward is totally thrown out of balance. Any low poke and any mid poke is going to win, so they're all equally dangerous. Whereas, like, if we're talking in the beginning of the game, I'm not even reacting to most lows because I don't want to use that mental energy. Speaking of low poke, you get 2 of them. Two of them, two quick ones. The first one you could have lost for. I mean, really, that's the thing. Is like I was saying, anything was going to kill you. So that's when your decision making becomes totally different. You use the sneaky lows to win the match. It is what it is. He wasn't expecting it. The down 4-3 or whatever it is, that one's harder to react to.
Yeah.
But the other one, it's almost like a snake edge. It's pretty easy to react to.
Yeah.
And it's launch punishable on block. So it was a risk, but I think it was a risk you were willing to take, especially since he could have easily, like, done jabs to keep out, right? And that would have beat that. So it's not a terrible risk. What the fuck was Malik doing, fam? I saw that, and I want to go back.
Yeah. He's still doing it.
Let me see. This dude's he was rocking it.
Yeah, he was popping off on something.
Oh, Nick was going in, too.
Oh, you know what it was? I think they were talking about how Guitaro's doing like all this like switch like stances. I'm starting to do it too.
Well, you can do the steep.
Yes.
All right, so on to the next match. Skippy. I hope we don't get an advertisement. All right.
Don't jinx it though.
Don't jinx it.
Also, another good point is Claudio, like you were saying with the walk, he like that. He has a really good homing. Like he has a really
and that back one.
plethora of
What's
homing tools.
crazy about his back one is the way. I think another thing that will help you so much in Tekken, and it's not something you have to think too deeply about, is use when you're thinking about which moves to use, thinking about what options you're trying to cover, right? And when you were at that spacing before at the wall that we were talking about, back one's another great move you could have used because back one is a mid. It's a fairly it's fast enough. I think it's like 18 frames or something. It's not slow, is the point. And it's safe on block. Kind of shitty on whiff, but it just means you have to space it appropriately so that it is blocked. And it's going to wall splat them. So you get great reward if it does hit. And that is something your opponent has to be aware of. It's eliminating options from them. The biggest one being they're trying to get off the wall, you know? So I forgot what happens here. I think you got a combo. I think you did hop kick, didn't you? You did hop kick.
Yeah,
you
did.
little sourpuss.
Yeah,
You did hop kick.
Yeah, he did. Almost got to the wall there.
Could have done it again. That was a good attempt.
Yeah.
That was you. See, this is the reason this didn't work out, and it's the same reason I said before. When you do shit, it all has a purpose. When you waited here, when you did forward dash into back dash, in your mind should have been, I'm doing this because something's gonna whiff, right? You reacted to this whiffing, which is why it didn't work out. You weren't prepared for it to whiff. You reacted to it whiffing. And there is such a huge difference. Because when you react, when your eyes see it, and then it has to go to your brain, and it has to tell your hand, do the hop kick, you know? That's already way too much fucking time. Your brain, it's the opportunity's gone.
If you think about it, that's when you're gonna stop yourself.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So I realize when I'm playing, if I don't react, my hands will actually do it by itself.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I won't even think about it; it'll just happen.
Yep.
If I think about it, I'll stop myself from doing it.
Yep. So what he's talking about too, and this is something we were talking about in the group chat earlier, he's talking more about reflexive training, right? When you do a lot of training, when you play a lot, like get a lot of experience in the matchup and get a lot of experience in playing it over and over and over again, as well as doing a lot of like labbing in the training room, doing a lot of I forget what it's called, like when you have a whole
like a routine,
yeah, like a routine of things that you're doing. When you're doing that stuff, it's for the sole purpose of making it so that your muscles and your hands are going to do shit that you don't have to think about.
A regimen, maybe
regiment's a good one too.
Yeah.
Regiment's a good one too. Habit, whatever. All fantastic words. We'll use the thesaurus later, and we'll figure out how to talk now. But yeah. Oh wait, hold on. During this first fight, you should be gathering information. Why are you using the moves you're using? What reward are you looking for? What situation are you trying to set up or avoid? Yeah, I mean, that's a big part of why we're doing these first to fives. At least when it comes to the players that are on the lower end of the skill bracket, is like it's about getting you to figure out what it means to adapt, right? I think there's a lot of players around here who, when it comes to these first to fives, it's a little bit of a rude awakening where you realize like, oh shit, I'm running out of ideas really fast. Yeah. You know?
I just play crap.
Just keep on doing it.
I just play more.
Especially when you were like, this connection's a little sus, and you're like, I'll just go ham.
I'm finna hit back one.
Oh man.
Let's-
Oh,
Oh,
hey, hey,
hey.
hey, hey, you just had to turn it off and then turn it back in
Yeah,
again.
classic meme.
I'm not the one providing the sound gear. You can blame this guy.
This is the first sound difficulty. This is the first sound difficulty we've
The
ever
first
encountered.
visible one to
Yeah,
the chat.
that's true.
The first visible one
That's
to the
true.
chat.
So,
Huge
yeah.
difference. So yeah, I think the thing I was saying before I got cut off may have been, if you want to level up your whiff punishment, that is the first thing you're gonna have to do. Is when you're doing stuff to set up whiff punishment, it's all about being prepared for that stuff. You're not backdashing just for the fucking sake of backdashing.
Yeah.
You're not sidestepping for the sake of sidestepping. Everything you got to do is is for a purpose.
Yeah.
Has to be. If you sidestep, it's because you're thinking, I want to make something whiff, or maybe I want to make this specific move whiff because I know that I've been conditioning him to want to use this move there, right? So that is like something. It's not pure reactions. It's, for the most part, it's conditioning and being prepared. Because honestly, like, if we were purely reacting to stuff that has like 15 to 20 frames of whiff recovery, or lows that are like 15 to 20 frames, like, people aren't reacting to that. It's some robotic shit, you know? But I mean, yeah, their muscles probably are, but it's probably because they're prepared more than anything. So, or they've been training a lot, or also taking positioning. Yeah, but your position on the map is always definitely like a resource in itself, like you were saying before. Even on an infinite, right? Because on an infinite stage, the range that you preferably like to play the game, that's going to be your resource.
Yeah, it's just some good pressure.
Yeah, that stuff it's more, again, like, you just kind of have to block. And Hwoarang is a character where you have that curse a little more than others, right?
Yeah.
And you have to learn, like, when do I have to hold this versus when am I allowed to fight back? I like that down forward 2 counter hit. Could have gone the forward 4, the little roll afterwards.
Ooh.
That was a really good whiff punish. That was a perfect whiff punish. And the reason it worked is because you literally knew he was going to press something there.
No.
And now you knew there was going to be an advertisement, didn't you?
Thank you, man.
You knew there was going to be an advertisement. You son of a bitch.
We knew this whole time. Yes.
I don't get paid for this, you know.
Yeah. If we did, I'd be showing Metro by T-Mobile. Shouts out. What's up?
You don't even say their name.
Oh,
bro.
my
What
bad.
Are you doing?
My
I have
bad.
to pay them royalties now. Dude. Oh my god! Cut the stream. Can we delete the VOD?
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can. I'll do that. That's too funny. Yeah, I was definitely talking to Hail Mary Me post match, and we were trying to do like a little bit of a review. That's when I was like, "Yo, bring it on, digest, and we'll try to break it down." But like, he's definitely still at that phase where he wants to be like, "Yo, Punk and Street Fighter did the shimmy. Like, I'm a shimmy." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's
there's
still,
nothing wrong with that. Because, dude, you have to understand that, like,
pros are doing it.
your
for, like,
pros
the-
are doing the most basic fundamental shit all the time too. Like, shimmy is like your fucking, like, if we're talking like, and you said shimmy in Street Fighter 5, so it's just a good example. Shimmy is like your fucking basic 50-50 or your basic beginner's mind game in Street Fighter, where you're trying to betray the reactions to walk up throw, right? And you're also complementing the fact that spacing and whiff punishment is super important in Street Fighter, right? These are basic concepts. The guys at the top are just nasty at fucking doing it, you know? And it's the same thing in Tekken, bro. You watch Nee play, he's not doing anything fancy. He doesn't know any, like, the best shit to do with characters. He doesn't know optimal punishment. He doesn't know how to perfectly counter every character. He knows just good fucking Tekken.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it, you know? And he's the best at playing basic
Raw as
fucking
hell
fundamental Tekken. Yeah. You know? And that's about it. And his level of preparedness is always going to be higher than someone else, just purely because he's put in the work.
Yeah.
He's done the training, you know? And that's the stuff that matters more than your reactions. So, back to the game, because the advertisement's gone. Thank you, Metro PCS. Or is it Metro by Mobile? They changed. They're rebranding. No more PCS. Very nice hop kick. This shit was MVP of the night.
Yeah.
About to go play some SF5. Why don't you just come over here and catch these hands?
Ooh.
Oh, whiff the throw, and then he gets a throw in return.
Oof.
Oof.
Okay.
Oof.
Yeah.
Nice. See,
Woke
that
up
was a
pressing the
situation.
button.
Definitely
Yeah.
shouldn't have even woke up pressing there.
Yeah.
There's no reason to other than you just kind of doing shit you want to do.
Yeah, I don't know if it was like. Yeah, I don't know what he was pressing when he was going in there.
Risk reward of hop kick is kind of crazy. No.
No,
It's not. I already told. I've had this discussion with people before. It's not, because there's no risk to blocking. There's no risk to blocking. Just hold back. If you play on hitbox, you're like a Mortal Kombat player. You have a block button. You have a block button.
Just like what is it? Just hold both
Just
the
block.
buttons?
It's there's no risk to blocking. 100% no risk to blocking, and you can fucking keep punishing. If they keep hop kicking, you keep punishing them for free. It's like someone's handing you change, and you keep collecting the change until you're able to get a nice coffee.
Pad players get carried by the controller. We said it here first.
Back to the
That
game.
one's for baby Jason. That one's for baby Jason. That's too funny.
This combo was good. This is what found its way to Twitter.
Yeah. I made sure to
Because the punishment was good. Because you baited. This is
sick.
actually
This is
like
actually sick.
this is not scrubby Tekken as scrubby as it looks. This is smart. You did the down forward 2, and it was used as like punishment bait.
Mm-hmm.
Because he tried thinking, either he was trying to whiff punish and he fucked up, or he thought, I'm just gonna take my turn because he fucked up.
Yeah.
You know. And both of those were at the end bait for the hop kick.
Yep.
You know. That is smart, even though it looked random as fuck, and Malik is literally crying.
The thing is I like all these guys are like, yo, this guy's a fraud, but I've seen him do it thousands of times. You know, that's the thing that he trains. He trains like the down twos to the hop kicks and like gets that timing.
Yeah.
And, like a little bit of gimmicky stuff, but like it works. It works. You know.
Yeah. The problem with it is like it's just
If people start
you
seeing
can't
the
just
pattern,
you can't just do stuff exactly, and it's
Yeah.
like it's even if you do decide to just do stuff, you're eventually going to set up a pattern,
Mhm,
like you
mhm.
said. Has to be a rhyme or reason for the things you do, and in this case, it's 4-1. You know,
Yeah.
like you're both have 5.5 games, right? Because you're in the middle one.
Mhm.
5.5 games worth of data. You should have an idea of what the other person likes to do or how they like to react,
yeah.
and you should be figuring out ways to stop them from doing that stuff, or at least get some kind of reward from it. Damek 2 has good whiff recovery, so they hop kick a lot after it whiffs. Yeah. Hey, man. Claudio's whiff a lot of stuff in that hop kick. My least favorite thing that Claudio players do is when they get blue spark and they whiff down 2-2 and they do hop kick. I want to blow my brains out when I see that shit, dude.
Yeah, it's all like coming back to me. All the hard memories of Claudio. I think another point. I know it's coming up on an hour here, but I know it's something that Hail Mary me wanted to cover was. I think he felt very. Like, I know you kind of mentioned it, where Horang, you kind of have to feel pressured, and you do have to kind of take that L and sort of, like, block a lot. But I think one thing that he was having a lot of trouble with was that when Guitarro got in, it's like, what was, like an answer? Honestly, he had some good answers with the hop kick. But, like, and like you were saying,
I mean,
like,
that's
just kinda
one
block.
that's one thing is having the timing down to knowing when you're allowed to do stuff. That is a combination of you already knowing the matchup and then you also adapting to what the opponent's doing, right? I can't teach you the matchup. I'm going to be sitting here for 2 hours and you're still not going to know the matchup because you have to play the matchup, you have to lab it out and stuff like that. It's a waste of time for me to do that, right? But what I can tell you is, one, yeah, you do need to learn the matchup. There's so many videos you can look. You can start off on a basic, right? There's a channel where this guy did anti-whatever. Just put anti-whatever the character's name, and he's got a video for everybody. It's going to show you the basic punishment, shit that characters should not be getting away with. Yep. That's a very important starting point, right? Then you have to pay attention to what people are doing, what their habits are, and at the end of the day, react to what they're doing. That's when you're allowed to know, especially versus a character like Horang. Horang is like very different from your traditional character. Most Tekken characters, it's like kind of like this give and take. I go, you go, I go, you go. But with Horang, he kind of just like keeps going, and you have to find the hole that you can thread the needle in, you know. And he's trying to do the same thing too, technically. Even though it seems like Horang players are mindlessly mashing. There's a madness.
There's a
to it.
rhyme and a
There's
reason.
there's reason to the
So
madness.
in my opinion, I think a lot of ranked players kind of play the same.
Oh yeah.
So there's a lot of certain tech that you see ranked players do, where you can immediately just step.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, a big thing too is like he was saying, Hwoarang players all do the same thing. I can give you my one when I play Hwoarang, right? The first thing I'm gonna test is if they get hit, do they press back one?
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
And what's their first option off a down 3-4?
Yeah.
If it's a power
Exactly.
crush, then you know they're looking to attack you because you know you're gonna step.
Yeah.
You just stand there.
Yeah.
But if their first move is like down forward, then you know that they're gonna choose linear moves you can step.
Exactly.
Mm.
Yeah. So what the big thing Effect said too is that Hwoarang has to choose whether or not he has to choose. Does he stop you from mashing or does he stop you from stepping?
Yep.
That's his two biggest concerns, right?
Mm.
Because he most of the time cannot cover both. And when you do mash, it's like which move are you gonna mash? Is it gonna be jab, hop kick, whatever, right? That's a good place to start is stepping. Hwoarang is very linear. It doesn't seem like it, but he's pretty linear in a lot of his moves. And even though they keep buffing him in so many ways, they don't change that one fact that he is pretty open to side walking especially. But even a simple sidestep block, you'd be surprised how much stuff's gonna whiff. And that's an easy way to not like, because it's for me to tell you, learn the whole, go to his move list and learn the frame data of everything. No, it's too much. Good place to start is sidestepping, and you're already going to eliminate half of his move list, right? Then after that, you're going to learn the stuff that's like, what key punishment am I missing, right? Because punishment is huge. Punishment is guaranteed damage.
Yeah.
It's them literally handing you money, and you're like, nah, I don't want that. No, you take that money.
Yeah, Hail Mary Me does not want to give Tekken money though for that frame data. He is very reluctant.
If you don't want
playing from the heart and not learning frame.
There's options out there. There's the Gipotamus website. I don't have it here. You can message me and I'll link you that. It's got accurately updated frame data. There's that. But I mean, besides that, we're out of matches to review. We're gonna we don't have to kill the stream. We can like put it on standby.
Loading thing,
We're gonna do it like on standby, bringing up that beautiful fucking starting soon thing
Yeah.
again. I want to see it real quick. Version 2.0.
Yeah, we can bring that up.
Transition right now.
Yeah, all right.
Transition right now. Here we go. Version 2.0, ladies and gentlemen. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw on some music in the background. We're gonna set up for some offline games. Guests are all right. So usual suspects are Dank, Still Electric, and Mason. What's your
Hello?
tag name now, by the way? What do you even go by?
Me?
You.
Oh.
You go by bootleg.
I'm still bootleg. I'm still
all right,
bootleg when
OGS
I'm playing.
bootleg. He's still bootleg.
I'm still
claim.
bootleg. That's so funny.
And then our guest is Effect, and then we're also gonna have later on Marcel's supposed to be here too.
Finally.
So yeah, it's gonna be a real exciting night for Tekken. Stick around, and you guys might
Yeah.
catch some of it.